Oh.
Will, you began writing a self-help book in 2008 called Selftronix. I found it on your Google Drive. You must now use the astonishing
Oh my
document you
God.
created 12 years ago to explain Selftronix. This is Selftronix. Begin.
Is this in the fucking folder, dude? Selftronix?
Listen, here's what's up.
Fuck yes, dude. Self-fucking-tronics. Okay.
In 2008, I started writing a book.
Here it is. Oh my God, dude. Selftronix.
All I'm saying is I thought it would be a good idea to, I feel actually it really ties into what I was just, I burped again, talking about with regard to I was in the gym all the time.
Uh-huh. That's where Selftronix came from?
No, but like...
Fucking Selftronix.
All right, man.
Well, I have so many fucking questions, but also we had this thing, the 11
I
laws
can't
of
believe that it found
Selftronix.
this. All right, hold on a second.
Holy shit, dude.
Hold on a
this
second.
is a fucking gold mine. How have you never told me about this?
It's
Actually, I know. It's not something you probably want to share with others.
Selftronix.
What? What is Selftronix? First of all, just give me the log line. Just give me a
Selftronix.
sense. What is it? What was it in your mind?
In 2008, I was sort of feeling like I was starting a new mental journey, a new emotional journey.
Uh-huh.
I was questioning all sorts of things about the self. I was questioning much about the human ego. And
what is Tronix, dude? Like electronics? Why is it called Selftronix?
Yeah, it's like a Tronix, man.
I'm sorry. I don't mean...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Electronics, other kind of
I'm
tronics.
gonna fucking pass out. This is unreal. So you are like... I mean, I'm just looking at some of this. What is in this little document here?
I want you to know before you fucking start pulling this apart, Chad, who's written several books, best-selling fucking books on the New York Times bestseller list, movies, TV shows, this and that, even video games. And now you're going to see some of this shit that I whipped up. I mean, whatever. We've written bullshit.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is here's the thing. Selftronix. First of all, the name, Selftronix.
Yeah, where'd it come from?
Working title, perhaps.
But at some point, you were like, I'm going to do this. This is clearly like a self-help book. And you're like, I need a title for it. Yeah. Selftronix. That's the one.
It's all about self-care, okay?
Okay.
There's self-recognition and self-care. Before you go out into the world, you have to write yourself, okay? The operative word there is self. And that's what Selftronix is. It's all electronics. It's all the kind of stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
That goes into... the self.
Is it like tuning up the self? Like what Tronix is, it's a weird technical like suffix. You know what I mean? So is it like breaking down the self into the technical components?
It's like yes, it's a breakdown and a rundown. And what I'd originally tried to do with the book Selftronix is deconstruct the self so that we can reconstruct the self and know what the self is. It's not unlike, actually, this is fucking trippy as shit right now. It's not unlike what Dudesy's doing with us. It's trying to break us down. It's trying to drain all that fat out of me again. Although I don't think I could have another one of those skin surgeries. I'll just have a little bit of the floppy side tit like Ric Flair.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Flair's tit.
Well,
can we please go through this little segment that I'm looking at called the 11 Laws of Selftronix?
Fuck it. Go for it.
Law number 1 of Selftronix, be the person you are. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
But I mean, is that not just the way everyone is existing constantly? Aren't we all the people we are?
That's exactly my point, Chad.
What is your fucking point? Why even write something like that if it's just
this is something that needs to be said.
No, I think it's something that doesn't need to be said because we all implicitly understand it.
I completely fucking disagree.
Oh my God.
Do you know how many fucking people don't even know the question to ask of themselves? Who am I? They don't even ask that.
Okay, so
the answer is simple. Have you ever heard of people like, oh, I'm going backpacking in Prague or whatever? You know, I'm going to fucking go, run around like a fucking gypsy, just to go find myself. Where are you going? India. Have you ever been there? I don't know that you'd find them there.
So you're basically against self-exploration.
Hey,
this, this is a statement. Be the person you are is accept exactly what you are, never change. Is that what you're going for here?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay, law number 2. Always say you're sorry.
Yeah.
What? Like just, hi, I'm sorry. What do you mean always say you're sorry? In any situation? I don't understand this at all.
Well,
What if you don't have anything to apologize for?
well, that's why you always...
And what prompted that? What was going on with you at the time that you were like, this is the second law of Selftronix. Always say you're sorry.
Because I'm Canadian, I say sorry a lot.
Fuck, dude, that's it. Were you in Canada when you wrote this?
No, I was here.
Okay.
No, I was here. I remember sitting on the beach, man, Venice Beach, going like, just sitting there and like looking out and going like, fuck, man, shit's fucked up right now. You know what I mean? Shit's fucked up, man. My shit's fucked up. I need some Tronix. You know what I'm saying?
No, I literally don't fucking understand any of this.
And I need to figure out myself. And that way, and then it came to me.
Law number 3: care enough to care.
This is a very important one, and I wish I could remember.
Get that one, actually.
I wish I could remember exactly what I meant here. It's been a while since I've looked at this. Care enough to care.
That kind of makes sense to me.
Let's move on to the next one because that one is pretty self-explanatory.
That one's not bad, I think. That may be, maybe you lose all of these and move that to the only law of
sometimes it is okay. Sometimes you don't even care, right? You can't, you have to, sometimes you have to force yourself to care, especially when it comes to the self.
Yeah.
A lot of people overlook what they should care about. This is how we get into problems in our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not caring where we should put our care. In order to care about what we care about, we have to care about caring about it first.
Yeah. I'm saying that one has some logic to it. I mean, it's a little weird, but some logic. Law number 4: when you turn something off, turn on something else.
This is a tenet as old as time. When one door closes, another one opens.
Right, but this one is worded a little differently. Is this like if I'm leaving a room and I turn off a light, I've got to turn on another light?
No, not at all, Chad. And I'm fucking embarrassed that you don't understand this just by looking at it. When you turn something off in your life, okay, it's like anything. It's like, okay, let me ask you a question, Chad.
Sure.
Would you agree that you drive an automobile?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're back in agreement, right?
I don't know that we were in disagreement, but
when you turn on the car, right, to drive somewhere, when you get there, what do?
Turn it off.
And then what do?
Go into wherever I've arrived.
And then what do you do when you get in there?
I mean, it depends on what the place is, I guess.
Okay,
if it's a restaurant
what's the place?
Let's say it's a restaurant.
Okay. So you're going to order something, right?
Yeah.
So what do you look through the menu and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then someone comes up and what do they say?
Do you know what you'd like?
And what do you say back?
Yeah, I've figured it out. I'd like this.
And then what do they say?
Very good. It'll be out in a second.
Okay. And then what happens?
The food arrives. I eat it.
Right.
Pay my bill. Leave.
Then what happens when you get back into your car?
Got to turn it back on.
You got to turn it back on. When you turn something off, you got to turn it back on.
But
now I'm talking
for
very rudimentarily.
For a full hour after turning off the car, I'm turning on nothing else.
Yeah. But then that's a metaphor. Don't look at it so literally.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm trying to draw a metaphor.
Can we move on to law number 5?
Yep.
This one really confuses me. Don't give up, give down. I am at a loss. I'm very sorry. I get don't give up. That's a law of perseverance.
Yeah.
You always power through. What the fuck is giving down?
The first part of that is don't give up.
That's right.
Okay. That's the first part we have to figure out. And we figured it out. Don't give up. Never give up.
Right.
Chad, there are so many things in our lives that we don't want to give up. I know that you work very hard.
Yeah.
Chad's the kind of guy, and I'll tell you this, and I'm giving you kudos.
Oh, thank you.
Chad is the kind of guy, he's a writer's writer. He'll wake up, ever since I've known Chad, he'll wake up and sit there in his fucking underwear and write for 14 hours a day. And then play some World of Warcraft back in the day, and then you moved on to Rockstar. And I go over there, I go, what are you doing? He's like, just fucking you tell me, motherfucker, sitting here in my skivvies, playing video games and ordering pepperoni pizzas. Those were your favorite pizzas.
Those are the good old days.
Yeah, before the vegan shit. Now,
but I gave them up.
don't give up.
But I've already done that, and I think I'm better off for having done it. But what is giving down? I have to keep asking this question until I get an answer.
The give down. Okay, this is a system. Hold on. This is a mental system that I've authored called the give down. Okay? Don't give up, give down is just an intro to the chapter. The chapter is all about
The give down.
The give down. What do you give? Right? What can you give that will just fall off of you?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the give down essentially. I like to hey, you know what? You know what's something? Hey, right now we're having a laugh or two, right, Chad?
Yeah.
Would you say that right now we're having a laugh?
Or two, yeah.
Good. We're back in agreement. One thing I like to just hey, you know what's free? Having a laugh, having a smile. You just give it down, give it down.
Okay.
Offering encouragement to someone. Hey, you're doing good. I really like what you're doing.
So
it's going well.
It's basic quality of life improvement that doesn't really require much effort. That's a give down.
It's essentially a way to recycle. Not too long ago, I went through my closet and got rid of a bunch of clothes, right? You go over to Goodwill, you give the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
That is, and I'm not saying that's the give down. I'm saying when you're holding things up that you don't need to hold up, let them go. And when things
Give it
fall,
down.
yes, I'm saying give that. It takes no effort to let go of things, but like a tree with fruit, some of the things that you are letting go of in time that you need to let go of, right, would be beneficial for someone else. And even if it's not directly beneficial for someone else, it will fertilize the ground upon which you walk. That's the give down. It's a long philosophy. Again, it is a system that
chapter.
I've authored. It's a whole chapter. This is a book.
Selftronix.
This is Selftronix.
I understand. Law number 6 of Selftronix is all ideas are good ideas.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about that one, dude. There have been some people who've had some bad ideas in human history. Creation of the atomic bomb, things of that nature.
Yeah, those were rough. Listen, in hindsight, that's not a good idea. That's not a good. All ideas.
So
are not,
law number 6 is not accurate?
let's scratch that one.
Okay. Law number 7.
You know books, dude. You write them, you rewrite them, you keep working on them.
Sure. Okay.
All ideas are not good ideas. The new name of that chapter is All Ideas Are Not Good Ideas.
Okay, great. So basic thing that we all know. Law number 7, remember how to forget.
And I'm weaving in ideas, simple concepts,
Yeah.
right? And remember how to forget.
I kind of get that one. That one's not that hard. That there's some things you're going to have to let go of. Don't hold on to
You
bad
got to
memories
remember
and
how
all
to,
that
it's
shit.
just like I was sitting there on that beach, man. I'm sitting
Yeah.
there in Venice Beach and I'm going, how do I let go of this? How do I let go of that? Why isn't this going better? Why is this dominating my life? You know what I mean?
And then you just got to forget those things.
Well, you got to remember them first.
You got to remember how to forget them.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me, if I may ask you about law number 8. DDA.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do anything.
Right.
I mean, what the fuck is that? You're just supposed to sit in your couch, your home, withering away, doing nothing? What does this mean?
Listen, I'm not going to purport to know that I remember exactly what I was talking about in
Okay.
this book, or even that I can remember how to forget what I wrote.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go that far. But don't do anything. DDA. There's sometimes sometimes in order to get in touch with
Oh, fuck,
With-
dude.
yourself, in order to get in touch with your mental
Yeah.
and dream something, you got to take away the other actions. It's like senses, right? If you cover your eyes and you smell something, perhaps you could smell it better. If you plug your ears and look at something, you might see it a little clearer, right? It doesn't mean don't do anything,
Oh.
right? But don't
That's just what it says exactly.
don't do anything.
Right. But don't do it.
Don't do anything.
DDA. I'm looking right at it. This is the 8th law of Selftronix.
Yeah. It's don't
Okay.
do anything. There's a period after each word, as you
I
know.
see that as well.
It says don't, period, do, period, anything.
Yeah.
Don't. Full stop. Do. Hello. Right? That
Yeah.
means something on its own.
Okay.
What are we talking about? Don't. We're talking
Right.
about do. What's it? Okay. tie it up, wrap it up with a bow. Anything.
Okay,
Right?
that makes a lot of sense. The 9th law of Selftronix here is another 3-word sentence with a period in between each word. Conserve, emerge, deserve.
You've got to, there's been a lot of times in my life where I have literally conserved.
Yeah.
Maintain, dude. You got to maintain. Fuck, I'll tell you something. This was part of my early journey there, or at least, maybe it ate up a good part of, a decade, was just sort of laying there in my own filth going, what the fuck happened?
Right.
Yeah. So when that happens in life, you have to read the chapter before, which is don't do anything. You sit there and you conserve, right? You figure out, what do I have? How much can I spend of myself, of my psyche, of my brain trust? What, you got to take inventory of your mind and your metaphysical state, right? From there, you can conserve it. From there, you can say, I know how much I can. You got to budget the self. Selftronix is, there's many tronics involved with the self. One of them is, how much of myself do I have, right?
Right.
So
Self-volume.
right, you conserve it first, right? Now, the next thing you do is when you are ready to get out of that cocoon, right? You're the fucking fat little worm or whatever, and now it's some kind of flying around thing like a moth or some shit, right?
Caterpillar to butterfly is the usual metaphor people use, but yeah.
Let's use that. You emerge,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Then what do we do from there?
You deserve.
Then you can deserve.
Okay.
Thank you, Selftronix.
Let's try to get to number 10 here. There's 2 laws left. Number 10 is never be on time. That just seems like you justifying your own tardiness to literally every engagement that you've ever had to be at.
That's exactly what it is, yes.
Okay. Law number 11, the final law, maybe the strangest, have something in your pocket. What does that mean?
Speaking of self-explanatory,
Just anything in your pocket?
whatever it is, dude, have it in your pocket.
Thank you. Moving on.
Selftronix, motherfucker.
What do you have in your pocket right now?
Right now, I have nothing in my pocket.
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and